Maddie.
I'm Christen.
And I'm Jennifer.
And this is the We Share Needles podcast.
With Jennifer. We did it, an intro. That was hard. Okay.
We are at Lori's house from Arkansas Yarn Co.
Yay! It's the Arkansas Yarn Crawl. We're really excited because we got to meet our new best friend.
She was an existing best friend. Now
Yeah,
we've just
Now
met in person.
in real life. best friend.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've moved from the internet to IRL.
Jennifer has the Crafted Pearl podcast, and she's the Crafted Pearl on Instagram, right?
Yes.
Yes, same all over.
Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, and we're doing some fun stuff. So the first half of our podcast is going to be here on the We Share Needles channel, and we're going to talk some chatter and such, and then do our acquisitions from the week. And then we'll move over to Jennifer's channel for the second half, where we'll talk about our whips and FOs over there.
Does that sound like a plan?
Well, if it doesn't, bye.
Yeah. Too bad. You're doing it. You're here. You clicked. This is your fault.
You have to click both.
You have to. Okay, so it is the Arkansas Yarn Crawl first weekend, and we have had a really good day. It's Saturday. We normally film on Sunday, but we wanted to film with Jennifer. So here we are, and her links will be below.
Absolutely.
All of our links are always below. We never say that. We have lots of links.
Look below.
Look below.
Lots of information down
Yes,
there.
Yeah.
important stuff.
This one links a lot of stuff. I don't do anything.
No, I do all the work.
I just knit. That's why I have more whips.
Okay, but we're not talking about whips. We're talking about acquisitions that we got today and previously.
In the past, for me, I have some acquisitions from
Yes.
since the last podcast too. So a little overlap, but a lot of Yarn Crawl acquisitions.
Should we start with Arkansas Yarn Crawl stuff?
Let's start with what we're wearing.
Oh,
Yes.
All of us.
we're doing it.
These are our Bright Axis tees.
I
Kristen and I finished these. We'll talk more about them in the FO section, but we're wearing them today. Mine is Malabrigo Reflecting Pool and Woolens and Nosh, This Is the Way.
Mine is Malabrigo Black because I'm crazy and I knit a whole top in black. And then mine is Woolens and Nosh. Blair, do you have my leg warmers? Original version.
And mine is Malabrigo Fuchsia, and the top is Woolens and Nosh in Happy Bright.
Is that Happy Bright?
It is
I
Happy
love
Bright.
it.
It's so
I love
good.
it a lot.
We all finished these to wear for the Yarn Call today, so we got some group photos that we will pop in here
Bam,
of
bam,
us and of the whole crew, Lori, Jess, everybody, and all of our matching Bright Axis tees
I
today, which was
love
so
it.
fun. I love it. I've already worn this shirt 3 times since I finished it last week. Love it.
I've worn it once and then today, and I'm sweating balls, you guys.
Yeah, it's hot right
So
now.
hot.
I tried to convince everyone to do this podcast pantsless, but they didn't like that idea.
Well, we were questioning. I was the only one who actually said
We
no.
just met. I mean,
I said we're really close to not have pants on right now.
That's right.
But that's okay. That's okay.
I am knitting on a vanilla sock. Well, not really vanilla. It's a vanilla is the new black sock, but this is Arkansas Yarn Co yarn. Just doing the cuff. I'll talk more about it in whips in the next episode, and over on Jen's channel.
I'm knitting on a Butterfly Kisses sock. This is my second sock. I'm just doing a navy cuff. I hope to finish this in the next hour, but I probably won't.
And I am knitting on my Magic Heel Socks, and it is in some Michael's Loops and Threads yarn. I'll talk about that more later.
Woohoo!
So, should we jump into Arkansas Yarn Crawl info, or should we jump in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the Arkansas Yarn Crawl?
It is a yarn crawl across Arkansas.
I mean, think of it. That's a
You
great
literally
name.
crawl across Arkansas with your yarn.
It's real hot too, so wear shorts.
Unlike us, all of us in jeans. Yeah, so the Arkansas Yarn Crawl, in the past it's been in the fall, but this year we shook things up a little bit, which is really fun, I think. It started is today August 1st?
No, it's the 30th.
It started the
first.
30th.
Okay.
It started yesterday, the
Yes.
30th.
So it started July 30th and it ends August 7th. So if you're in Arkansas, when this goes up, they'll be able to see it, right? This will be up Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Yeah. So you'll still have a chance. And we will be at Arkansas Yarn Co. tomorrow. That'll already pass. And this upcoming Saturday, we'll both be there as well. Me and Kristen.
Yeah.
Jen can't travel all the way
Ride
again,
home.
unfortunately.
Jennifer is from Alabama. She
Yes.
came all the way here to see us.
Just for us.
Well, in yarn.
Mostly
I'm
us.
You are the avenue to the yarn.
Exactly.
And you're my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But there are, how many did we say? 4 or 5 stores in Arkansas that are all joining together. They're doing door prizes. You get a cute little tote bag when you come. There's lots of vendors and activities. Today we had podcasters in the store. There was a sock doctor workshop, basically.
That's there all the time.
All the time. And there were 2 trunk shows. We had Mitchell's Creations, Tara from Mitchell's Creations, and Nikki from Knick Knack Knits. Hi, Nikki.
And we'll have some acquisitions from both of those, I believe, amongst all of us.
Nikki's downstairs.
Oh, you have to downstairs? Oh, I was like...
No, Nikki the person is downstairs.
Yes, Nikki is here.
After the shop closed today, Lori had us all over for barbecue, which was so fun. So we're filming at Lori's house upstairs, which is so cute. Lori's the best and the most gracious host, and we adore her. She not only lets us stay here, but she let us bring friends, which is so fun.
And she fed us, and she clothed us.
And Christen ate coleslaw tonight.
Oh yeah, that was a new thing that happened. I don't really like vegetables, especially unknown vegetables. Like coleslaw, what is that? Today I found out.
I've told you 3 times what it is, but you just keep asking that question.
I mean,
cabbage that makes your mouth tingle.
Yeah.
Tingly cabbage. I hate that.
I was a fan, honestly. Give me the tingly cabbage all day. Okay, before we say anything weirder.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
should we start on acquisitions now
Yeah,
before
let's
we
get
get
going.
real wild? Because this is now like
We're only 10
5
minutes
minutes in.
in.
Yeah, that's not that bad.
We're good.
We're good.
Just round robin it. You want me to go?
Yeah, do you want to start with yarn
I'll start.
crawl and end with other stuff?
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Things I got, does my advent count as crawl or not? I acquired it there, but it was not from the store.
No, let's not count
Okay,
it.
I'll talk about it later.
It's
So
amazing.
I just have 2 things from the yarn crawl. First, I have my tote, which I'll show you. I have 3 things. Lori designed the totes this year. She's so good. Look at these.
Love it.
So it's the map of Arkansas with the little star for all the shops. There they are. They're so cute. I have been to all of them except Gabrielle's Flowers and Fibers. So now it's on my bucket list to go there. I went to Shops at Flakes and Flax on my honeymoon, which I loved. I love it there. Yeah, so that's our tote bag that we got with everything. I thought I had a stitch marker in here. I think I got gypped a pin and a stitch marker, so I'll have to get that tomorrow.
No, the pin's on the outside of the bag, I think.
Mine is
Pinned
not.
to it. It's not?
I was ripped off.
Gypped.
Sorry.
We just talked about how gracious she is.
I know, we're so not.
I have my pin right here. See, pin to the bag.
Cute.
Yep, right where Malvern would be.
So cute. I love it. So I got one new dyer that Lori got in store was Night Owl Fibers. It's another self-striping dyer. She's actually out of Houston, Texas. That's cool. So that isn't that where one of your friends is, Houston?
Yes.
Yeah.
My friend Michelle.
She's downstairs.
Yes.
So this is Night Owl Fibers in Life and Death Brigade. I bought it 100% because of the name. It's a Gilmore Girls reference. I love it. And it's my colors. It's perfect.
It's really good.
I love that. And that will be socks for myself. And then I got from the Mitchell's Creation Trunk Show, I had the hardest time picking a yarn. But I ended up with, this is her sock base in Boyfriend Jeans.
Love it.
So good.
So
It's a
very
good
Maddie.
navy. This is a 75/25 merino nylon, 463 yards to 100 grams.
It's perfection. That's Maddie.
Mitchell's Creation. I love it. And the sock, or the stripy one was, it's 75/25, 437 yards to 100 grams.
Oh, I thought that said DK and I almost panicked, but
No, it's just not.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
That's
Her
so
tags are
pretty
kind of
together.
strange.
Yeah, I like them together too. I don't know. Since this is stripy, I wasn't gonna put them together, but it might be Gilsa's Crafts. I probably have a navy mini I could use though.
For sure.
So cute. And I got one of the Arkansas Yarn Crawl mugs that Lori had made. Love it. It's Arkansas Yarn Crawl 2021. It has a little heart where Malvern is. Is that where Malvern is?
Yeah,
I don't know the map.
that's about right.
So it's a mug. I love a mug. Y'all know that about me. This one is by the Humbled Hands Pottery. Love it. That's all I got from the store. I was so good. I'm really proud of that.
There's always tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of other
There's
things
another
not
week.
from the crawl.
This is true. So do you want to go next or do you want me to go, Jennifer?
Okay.
You go next.
Yeah. Before I pull my sock out again.
Oh no.
Okay, so I picked up at the store today. This is my first time visiting Lori's store. So I got 2 skeins of the Arkansas Yarn Crawl colorway
So pretty.
good.
on her Yummy Sparkle.
Why did you get 2? What are you doing?
My friend Lindsey and I buy skeins for each other every month.
That's really good.
I love that.
And Lindsay's favorite color is orange,
That's a
and
good
so I
friend.
saw this, and it has purple in it, so it's for both of us.
Love it.
That's
So
really
it's so pretty, and it's so sparkly. Look at that sparkle.
It's so
Oh my
that's a good,
gosh.
It's showing up really
that's
good
a
on
good
camera.
sparkle. So I got that, And then I also bought some more woolens and notch because now
Oh, that's
Night
Night
Owl.
Owl.
Oh, it's Night Owl.
Yeah.
It is, sorry, my bad. It's Night Owl.
It's right by the ones.
It is. I like self-striping now.
I told her
She's
it would
a
happen.
convert.
I told her.
Yes. So Maddie knew that it was going to happen, and it did. When I made my bride axis, I fell in love with self-striping, so I picked this up today, and this is Cookies for Santa.
That
So
is so cute.
It makes me want Christmas real bad.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
and
you
if I
get it?
start knitting on it now, it'll be done by Christmas. So,
Mood.
and then I also picked up some Dora the Destroyer on the Yummy High Twist today.
That is my favorite base. I love it.
So pretty, and it just looks tie-dye and beautiful.
So now when you get a single skein of fingering weight yarn, what is your go-to project?
Socks.
Socks.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah. Gotta have socks. This might be a muscle bird.
go. Yes,
That
that's
would
gonna be
be
a pretty
such
muscle
a good
bird.
muscle
I love the coloring, and I think it would just be the perfect muscle bird hat for the 2 days
It
that
looks
it's cold
so
in
good on
Alabama.
you. Yeah, I swear.
Well, it's light enough, the muscle bird, so if you wear it like floppy and not
True.
doubled
I
over,
Actually,
it's
wore it
not
a
that
lot
bad.
last year. Yeah.
But I am now in that situation where when I pick up a skein of fingering, it's just a single skein.
It's socks.
Is it socks or is it a muscle bird? It's
Yeah.
like, how many muscle birds can one person wear?
Or a sock head hat.
I've never done a sock head.
There's so much
Not
ribbing
one.
in the
No,
sock
I
head,
can't
but the
do that.
muscle bird's like the supreme.
True. I haven't done a muscle bird yet, so that may be next on my list.
Oh,
You need
it's
to.
so good.
I picked up 2 of these little bags. They're made for your cakes of yarn. So if you have like a 2-cake project, you can put them in there to snap. And you can put them down in your bag, keeps everything separated. And these are from Nikki of Knick Knack Knits. This is a little llama.
We're gonna link her down below.
Oh,
She
yes.
also has a podcast.
Yeah.
And so I like to watch her podcast. She's been doing it a long time, so there's like a lot
She
to
has
watch.
lots of episodes. And then
That's
this pretty
awesome.
stripe that almost kind of goes
Oh my
with our
gosh.
shirt.
It's really good.
Love that.
Then I got a yarn crawl mug as well, drink my coffee out of. And then I was talking to Jess today about my sock gauge. My sock gauge is really tight. I usually use a US 1, 2.25 millimeter. And so she found, she suggested going up to 1.5. So I got a set of the Chagu
32
red
inch.
lace, the 32 inch, one US size 1.5, which is a 2.5 millimeter. And then I'm going to try the stainless steel lace needles from the Mindful collection, Knitter's Pride Mindful collection.
Did you get fixed or swivel?
I don't know.
My nose is so itchy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not.
Oh wait,
my
these are
nose.
not interchangeable.
No.
Never mind.
Yeah,
These are the
they're
Yeah,
regular.
never mind.
I don't know, Jessica
They're
just,
fixed.
she put them on the table and said, here you go. So,
I don't think the interchangeable goes down to a 1.5.
I might have gone past my 20 rows of ribbing.
and I got
Same.
some extra yarn. I went to visit Knit Unto Others, which is not too far from here yesterday, and I got yarn there. And then my friend Michelle brought yarn from Houston, Texas, and gave it to me. So take a look at my Instagram later this week. I'm going to put some stories up and show you guys
We'll
the yarn
put the
there.
pictures in.
Yeah, I
right?
can add
Yes,
pictures.
I'll
I
add
can-
pictures.
If you send me
Perfect.
them, I will put them in. It'll be good. Are
I
you
will
guys
take
done with your
pictures.
acquisitions for the yarn crawl already?
Yeah, that
Because
was all
Kristen
mine.
went ham on yarn today.
I have a lot of non-crawl acquisitions, so it'll balance.
I went a little cuckoo. So in my tote that's full of yummy yarn goodness is something that I got. This was not bought there, but Lindsey brought it to me. It's an O-Snap bag. You guys know I love these. Are my favorite. She said she doesn't use hers anymore, so she brought it for me to use. I'm so excited. It's just a silver one. I don't think I have a silver one like this. And
It's a
so
good size.
I love it. Lindsey, I'll put her stuff down below. She has an Instagram. I don't
She's
think
the
she's gonna
sweetest.
podcast. But she's really fun. But it's always yarn first on Instagram.
And she wore the cutest crochet top.
Loved it. We had such a good time today.
She also brought some prizes for the summer tea mouse. She donated some prizes from her stash for you guys, so you'll be seeing more of those.
Yes, I think that we'll just pick. No, we can't. Okay, never mind. Okay, so I also got Dora the Destroyer. This is an Arkansas Yarn Co.
Wait.
colorway.
I want to get it, and then we should all knit matching muscle birds. If I'm
Yes.
yes. tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Matching muscle birds. It would be so cute. But this is a high twist base. I think she already showed you the high twist. But these are our favorite bases Lori brought back just for us, we say. But surely other people like it too. But this was the color I was immediately drawn to from her roller derby collection. If you haven't seen her roller derby collection, it's super cute, and the names are wonderful because they're all like roller derby type names, you know?
They're so
silly
cute.
puns on like bad women. I love it.
Bad women.
Yeah, Dora the Destroyer.
What
was the one that's kind of 80s looking? Oh my gosh, they were
That's
so
where Dora
funny.
the Explorer went rogue.
Yeah, she had
So
Hell
she's
No
Dora the
Kitty.
Destroyer
So
now.
funny.
Yeah, Hell No Kitty.
Uh-huh.
And then what was the other one? It was so fun. I'll think of it later and I'll be like in my sleep. Okay. Then I got an itch to do another texture time because my grandma took my texture time when she came and visited me. So I was gonna do another one, and whoa,
I bumped it. I'm sorry, I was gonna look
that's
up the
a
other
big
yarn.
Bump. Huh?
I was gonna look up the
Oh,
other
the other
yarn
yarn
while you
name?
talk.
So, Teeny Button is a new dyer that Lori's carrying, and she did a whole collection on Dolly Parton called What Would Dolly Do? And I think all of these are in the Dolly collection. So I got this little beauty. This was my inspiration for the rest of the yarn. So it's like blue, and it has like yellow and speckles of pink and some green. It's just really pretty. It's again, Teeny Buttons, it's her soft sock base. It's fingering weight 75 superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards per 100 grams. This one's called If You Want the Rainbow. I love it. And so this sparked my whole new obsession with making another texture time. So when I saw that, I was like, ooh, this one. It's the same base, but the colorway is Tennessee Mountain Home. And it's just a really pretty blue tonal.
Oh, it's so good.
I never buy tonal yarn. And I was thinking of making tonal socks, but this has to be a texture time now. I'm hold them all up together when I'm done. But then I got this blue, which is super pretty.
So good.
And this one is called Clear Blue Morn.
Can you hold them up while you talk?
Clear Blue Morning. You can hold them up, yes. It's very pretty, soft, like just a light sky blue. Those all three go together well.
So good.
Then
Look at
those
that.
really pretty pink speckles got me to get this one, Shine Like a Rhinestone. Again, another tonal. So I got like
So
3 tonals already.
good.
Love
And
that.
then I was like, well, I gotta have one to finish out the collection. And so
Yes.
this super bright yellow, and it's called Highlight of My Life.
Life.
You lie.
Why do you make fun of me? But look how pretty it is. It's bright, bright yellow. So there's my little shawl.
Texture
I love
time.
it.
Texture time by Stephen West. I've already made one. I loved making it. It was my first time knitting brioche. It was a very complicated pattern. Usually it has mohair, but I think I'm gonna do the kind of variegated color for my mohair section to replace the texture of mohair with the texture of yarn dye, I guess.
Yeah, I like that.
I think that's gonna be fine.
It'll be like the pop. Instead of a pop of mohair, it'll be a pop of not tonal.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about the short row section because there's some short row in the mohair, and so that usually is more forgiving because it's mohair. It's all lacy anyway.
Oh, I see what you're
So
saying.
I'm a little nervous that that's gonna look funky, but we're gonna try it.
It'll be good.
Yes. So
be
that
so good.
was my big purchase, and then that's the Dora the Destroyer. And then I got a couple purchases from Tara of Mitchell's Creation Yarn. I love her so much, and we had a little bit of an awkward situation where I was like, which one is Tara, you know? And so Lori was like, just go introduce her to Tara. And I was like, I didn't really, just point her out and I'll go introduce myself. But so she walked me over and I was like, hi, and Jess was like, did you really need me to come over here with you? And I was like, not at all, your mom made you do that. But we just talked, and I was like, I love your yarn so much. It was kind of weird. Like, I fangirled over a yarn dyer. I was like, all like, hi, like
She's
right in
so
her
sweet.
face. She's so sweet. And
That's
so,
how I would be if I met Stacey of Stress.
Stacey was well, you know,
100%. And that's also how we were when we met Lori.
it's true.
Like when we first walked into Arkansas Yarn Co. and Lori introduced herself, Christen said, "Oh, I didn't think you'd
didn't-
be
yeah.
here. I thought you were like famous."
Because I had followed her on Instagram, and like, you know, she's kind of like a large personality, and I was just like thinking like she was kind of like famous. But she's not. She's just, she is to us, but like she doesn't act that way. So I just really
very
didn't think
humble.
she'd be so down to earth. But she's really nice. So Tara was the same way, super duper sweet. I think maybe that was her daughter with her.
I think, and her husband maybe? Her whole family, I think, was
It
there.
was so cute. And she came from Louisiana. And so she had a whole trunk show. It was so cute. I think a lot of yarn's still there. She left some for the rest of the crawl. But, so this is Lawn Yop Sock. Look how pretty this is, pixie dust. Look at those colors. This is so me, it hurts actually. And so there was another skein that's similar to this, but a little bit more muted. I think the tones was just a little darker.
And it was like speckly instead of variegated.
Yeah. And they were like, this one's so you. And I was like, but this one. And they were like, well, that one's more you, but that's okay. So this is Lanyap sock. It's a 4-ply fingering weight, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 463 yards. Pixie dust is beautiful, and I was drawn to it immediately. So I was like, well, I don't know what it's gonna be. I literally don't even know anymore. I think I'm just a yarn collector. I told myself coming into this yesterday when I was trying to pack my bags and I had to empty out all of my suitcasey type overnight bags that were filled with yarn to put stuff in them. I was like, well, you have too much yarn. You're not gonna be able to knit all this in your lifetime. And then I just bought all of this. So this is my second Lanyap sock. It's so pretty. It's got lots of speckles, it's blue.
So Christen.
Kind of vibey right here, right? Like a little bit of a vibe. This is my favorite color blue, is this like turquoisey teal. It's not tealy, it's like just a bright light blue.
Yeah.
I love it a lot. This one is called Cosmos, and I like it a lot.
Really
I love the pinky purple.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I like pinky purple. Like fuchsia is good too. Like, look, this is a vibe. I'm just.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, those are so good together.
It's like I could just replace any of my skeins and they would all go good
Oh
together.
my god, with yellow in there, it's
A little bit crazy.
Ooh.
But yes, and then I have my bag, and I think I have the stitch marker right here. Oh, I got this one. It's so pretty.
I love that one. I have that one.
Lori makes these, and Lori and Jess and Anna make the resin stitch markers in the store, and they have some for sale now in little sets that are like gradients and rainbows. They're really cute.
It's so cute. I'll have to take a picture tomorrow and I'll put that picture in because their little wall of stitch marker sets are so cute.
We're gonna have some editing to do on this one.
Yes.
Lots of pictures to go in.
Which is okay. So that's all I got on the crawl, I think.
Yeah.
You want to put that in this bag for me?
You got it.
So we also have purchases from
Elsewhere.
outside the crawl and some acquisitions for prizes. So if you follow us on Instagram, you'll know that we went to something called the Yarn Adventure Truck. We'll link her down below too.
So
She
sweet.
is a traveling yarn salesperson, and her husband
Dream
are
job.
really cute. And I think he's like a doctor.
He's
I
a
don't know if we should
doctor.
say that, but you know, we're giving up their personal business. But they have a yarn truck, and she taught us how to make felted soap. And it was a really fun day. Like, that's such a fun activity.
That was lovely.
It's a girl activity, like a girl's afternoon, like some wine, make some soap. I almost said soup.
Make some soup.
I like soup.
Soup's good.
But we went to that adventure truck. Did you bring anything from the adventure truck here?
I have 3 skeins. I forgot my stitch marker.
That's okay.
Oh well.
Which one?
Just the little logo stitch marker.
Oh, I don't know if I got one of those.
I thought we got one for.
I got 2 that say different things.
Okay.
For prizes.
Oh well, just a stitch marker with her logo. It was really cute. Then I got some yarn. She had Homestead Fibers, which is another local Arkansas dyer that I had not come across in person yet. She had a high twist face, so I've been eyeballing it forever. This is Homestead Fibers in Max, which is my dog's name.
She names all her yarns after just human names.
People, I love it.
It's really cute.
This is lovely. Super drawn to this. Just that nice tealy blue.
Speckles,
So
earthy speckles.
good with like purpley and
Real good.
mini speckles there. Got that. And then she had mini skeins that are 50 grams, which I love. These are from
Honeit yarn.
Honeit. I was about to ask you how to say that.
Honeit yarn.
Honeit yarn, and I got the black is Miss Jet and the red is Lady in Red. And I'm gonna do these kind of like a share a pair set and just do like micro stripes, I think, 2-row stripes
Yeah,
for my
okay.
husband.
Yep,
These are his colors
buddy.
through and through. So I think just like maybe black heel toes cuffs and then micro stripe in the red. I'll do shorties because in the summer he only wants shorties, so I'll have plenty. I love it. They're just such vibrant colors, and they're like, I know hand-dyed yarn, it's always technically classified as a tonal, but that's about as solid as solid gets. Like, that's red and this is black.
Yep.
So that's really cool. He's excited about these. He saw them in my office the other day and immediately asked when I was going to start them for him. He just knew.
He's ridiculous. One time, Maddie was like, do you want more socks? And he was like, yeah, but could they not be blue? And she was like, you'll never get socks again. And now she makes all his socks in red and black.
That's what he likes. Black, white, red. Made him a green pair one time.
The Irish pair. He liked that.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. It's not his favorite color, and that means I can have the blue yarn for myself.
That's true.
So yeah, that's what I got from the Yarn Adventure truck.
So I got from the Yarn Adventure truck my very first Black Pearl Magic bag. Look at it. It's so cute. It's got little ice cream cones that are all pastel and rainbows. And it's got this purple bottom and this is a canvas bottom. Actually, I think it's fully canvas bag, but this feels more, this is fabric. I don't know. Textiles. Anyway.
Yeah, canvas fabric.
Canvas and fabric, yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so in this beautiful bag are some pockets. Oh, I didn't realize I put so much stuff in here. This is my Sinful Yarn sweater that I'm gonna do.
Nice.
But I only got one skein of yarn and the bag, I think, from her for myself. This is the skein of yarn.
It's exactly the same.
Skein of yarn. I swear.
Hey, what do you love it? Go with it.
I have a vibe, right? Okay, so this is Leon Alexander yarns. They told me a story. I don't know. I'll link the Instagram down below because they had like an interesting story about this person that was like, oh, that's cute, or you know, and I don't remember it. So
Thanks for bringing that up.
But it's an 85-15, 430 yards per 100 grams, fingering weight yarn in the color Poseidon.
Oh, cute.
And it's really, really pretty. There's just like so many colored speckles in this, like mainly.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a good variegated yarn. So that was the only purchase I did for myself other than the bag.
I love the bag.
I love a drawstring bag too. And like it's got good sized pockets in there. I just like it a lot, like these
Ooh,
pockets.
yeah.
Okay.
It has a canvas lining.
Our
That's
friend
nice.
Janet came with us to that yarn trip too and got herself some stripey yarn, and she's slowly building a stash. We're bringing her over to the dark side.
She promised herself she would never have stash, but
She does. Not nearly as bad as ours, but she's getting stash.
so to go along with this episode, and because we're over halfway through the summer T-Mal, which if you don't know, down below, we have a t-shirt make-along going around. So we've all submitted ours. We're all
put
good.
mine up.
You didn't put yours
Well, I
up?
guess you're not gonna win. Now you know.
Well.
Spoiler.
And so we got at the yarn truck these two Black Pearl Magic bags. This one, oh, they both are the same. They say notions and shit.
I love it.
And it's like a pink vinyl glitter. It's really, really cute, and it's got the Black Pearl Magic logo here. It's just a notions bag, but it's really cute. It's got a zipper, and then we got these two. So we got two to give away today, and these two stitch markers to go with.
This one says hookers need love too.
And it's got the Yarn Adventure truck on the back. Yeah.
And this one says we'll knit for coffee.
Yes.
So
Yes.
cute.
It's really good. So, if you don't know me, and you don't know me like this, I am a spreadsheet freak. Actually, we're both spreadsheet.
I'm
Are
such
you
a spreadsheet
freak?
freak. Oh my
Look
God.
at us go! And so, what I did was I took all of the names from the hashtag on Instagram and from the and from the knit along both groups, because this is just a progress prize. So I took it from both FOs and the checks. I put everybody's name in to a spreadsheet for how many times you commented. Every comment got an entry, basically anywhere. And so we picked two winners randomly from that list. And our winners are Reese. I'll put your username here, but you know who you are, Reese. And
Reese knits.
Reese, no, I think it's Eryse. Eryse,
Okay.
but her name's Reese.
Yeah.
And Lindsey, Lindsey Miller, right? That's her last name.
think
Always
so.
Yarn
Always
First,
Yarn
Lindsey.
First.
Yes, you guys are the winners of the middle of the row giveaway. It's just like a progress giveaway.
Thanks for participating.
Thank you for participating. Thank you to everyone who's
Congratulations.
participating. We still have the final gifts to give away, but you will get one of these notions bags, a stitch marker, and a little mini that you don't know yet.
And Lindsey, we're gonna send Lindsey the Hookers Need Love too, because she wore a crochet top today. We know she's more of a crocheter. And we'll send the knitting one, I guess the bag's the same, but the knitting stitch marker one to Eryse.
Yes. So congratulations. I hope you guys are still working on your tops, everybody, because Eryse is still, I think Lindsey's finished a couple.
And she asked if she could have that crochet top today, and
Yes.
I told her yes to go post it.
Yes. So then Eryse had, I think, a lot of progress pics, or just a couple, maybe a couple. But anyway, that was pretty awesome. So we'll be contacting you guys for addresses and stuff like that to get those out to you as soon as we get back to Conway.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. But speaking of Lindsey, we met Lindsey today, and she gave us all their prizes.
Do you want to show them, or are they surprise prizes?
I think that we should show them.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
And then we'll go into yours.
Then I'll
okay.
finish up with mine.
So she was doing a destash, and she asked if she could destash to prizes, and I said sure.
So sweet.
And she said the only caveat is if I ever win a prize, you can't send me my own yarn. And I was like,
We won't. You're getting a
deal.
bag instead.
Yes, we're going to figure that out.
God.
I know, it's
I will
good.
take this one.
Right?
Now, when we go, I think
Can
there's
I win
multiple
these
of that,
prizes?
too.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Right? So we
Stop
have
it.
just a little bag full of goodies, and
keep
they're
those.
all different dyers. You cannot keep it.
I want it.
They're yes. Look, we've got all these pretty.
This is Artistic Lily. I don't know
That's
this
so
dyer,
pretty.
but this is an 80/20. Oh my gosh, so
called
cute.
Run Sock Set.
Run sock set. So cute.
This is a homespun house. It's a really pretty color. It's
We should
Gilmore
have shopped
Girls
this before we
Fall.
talked.
Gilmore
Stop
Girls
it.
Fall.
Oh my goodness.
Why did we show these
Beautiful.
before I looked at them?
No, this is why we did it. Okay, then there's this really pretty orange speckly from Primrose Yarn Co. It's called Bohemian, and it's in the ultimate sock base.
That's pretty.
So pretty.
We're not sure all of these are going to go to summer tea because I think that the goal was to send a sweater set of yarn for a fall make.
Yeah,
that
we'll
was
see.
the goal. So, and then there's this pretty one that's my vibes, obviously. It's every yarn I own. And it's called Tippy Tree Yarns, and it stays in Vegas.
Good.
It's a fingering weight yarn, 75/25. It's real pretty. Then there's some Malabrigo.
This will be a summer tea mouse set because it's
Oh,
3 stands
so
today.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
So this is Malabrigo. Is this her singles? Machida. I believe this is singles in Atomic. And that will be a summer tea mouse prize for sure.
Beautiful. And then we have this lovely worsted, I think, yarn. It's so soft. This is the Knitology from Knit Crate.
yeah.
I think I have this yarn in a different color, maybe pink.
I have something
This is
similar
like
to
their
that.
earthy tone one. Yeah, it's called Glowing Worsted, and it's a 40% superwash, 30% silk, and 30% alpaca. So just put your hands on it.
Ooh.
Put your hands on it.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's soft. This is gonna be really pretty and probably like a hat. I don't know,
Shawl.
a cowl, a little like
Not shawl, maybe a
yeah,
towel.
just 200
Cute.
gram skeins. But that was so nice of her.
Lindsay, so
She was super duper sweet. She wore a really cute top, and we love you. You're our spirit animal.
I just realized my water bottle's been like this, so that's rude. I'm
Cute.
sorry,
It looks like
everyone.
you're drinking it. It's green. Okay, so then because she was also just super duper sweet, what do you got there?
This is my other one.
Oh, your other.
I have a couple things. I have a few more things. One I just got in the mail. The Grocery Girls did an anniversary set with the Cozy Knitter, and anything Cozy Knitter I immediately buy. I love it. The self-striping is so
beautiful.
good.
You're not gonna knit that for you. That's for me.
You ain't wrong. And the colorway is the Grocery Girls edition. I believe they still have this up on their website. They did today when I checked. So if you like it, go take a look. It's lovely. The mini is gray and speckled. I love it. So there's that.
Grocery Girls.
I do.
They have long
Love
podcasts.
Yes.
It takes me a while.
My
Several
attention
sittings.
span's not
but-
that long. I do like them though. They're really cute.
So then Lindsay messaged me on Instagram last week and said, hey, I'm thinking about destashing my 2019 Stress Knits Advents. And for some reason, I had an inkling you might like Stress Knits. I love, Stress Knits is my soul dyer. So I bought the 2019 Advent off of Lindsay, which I was so glad because I didn't buy this year's Advent. I held back because I had already purchased, this is right in front of Christen's face.
I'll hold this right here.
I had
You
already
can take it out.
purchased 2 other Advents and was getting the Cozy Knitter scan, so I held off, but this is awesome.
Okay.
I'm gonna try not to take a long time, but I'm gonna show you every single skein.
Go for it. Let's go. Timer.
Oh
38 minutes in. Let's see.
I'm not gonna go in order. I'm just gonna grab handfuls and show you one.
And
at a
they're
time.
labeled, so she could do like an advent 2
Yes.
years later.
Lindsey, as she opened them, wrote the day number on them. So that was so
such a good
sweet.
idea.
So sweet. This one is Impressionists Winter. Stacy of Stress Knits is my soulmate. I adore her. This is Winter's Day. I'm thinking these will be like, I'm gonna wind them all up, I think, and do a pair of scrappy socks first, because it's my favorite base for socks. And then just start using them for like cozies and scrappy and heels and toes and things like that. This one is Bubbly.
I thought it said Buddy, and I was
I
like,
thought so too. Oh my God,
God,
that's my husband.
Yeah.
So cute. Cheesy movies. I love cheesy movies. So cute.
Lifetime Christmas movies? Can't wait.
Ever Peach. That is good. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
I'll just hand you them.
Fancy lights. I'm just so happy, y'all. This is the best. If you have any stress knits you want to de-stash, message me. This one is Snowflake.
That's a perfect winter blue.
This is so good. This will probably be a skinny can cozy, so I can hold it a lot.
Yeah.
Winter Floral. So cute. There's that blue again. These could be like a stripy cozy. So cute. Cozy Cardigan. This looks a lot like her Perfectly Adequate, which is my favorite gray. This is a little lighter, but I love it. Downtown. I thought it said Downton, and I was like, I love that show. Ooh, look at the purple speckle in that one.
Ooh.
Just the one purple. Look at this
There's
one.
a few more.
Yes.
There's some more. That was
Love
just
it.
my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
This is Libations. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, this is good. Cookies.
Cookie.
Cookies.
I want a cookie.
Cookies. Oh, look at these handfuls of yarn.
Yeah, there's still more.
I love it.
Keep
I'm gonna leave this put out and I'm gonna take a really cute picture of it from my Instagram after. This is Figgy Pudding. I know a few of these Stacy adopted or adapted as permanent colorways, so they may come back once her dye studio is up and running again. Eucalyptus. I have a full scan of this. This is what my cuffs are on my sea glass tee. There it is. So that's awesome. Love
Which
that.
we'll talk about later.
In her channel. Peak. That's really cute. Stay Home. I also have a full scan of this. This came out right at the beginning of the pandemic, and I bought a skein. Really cute. Stay Home.
I'm getting Amish hair now.
Snow Day. Oh, look at those blue speckles. Budding Branches. So good.
Oh my
Can you guys
goodness.
see
Oh,
why
yeah.
these are like totally my soul colors? Like, don't all of these just scream Maddie? All of them?
They're all screaming.
Screaming.
Yelling.
Dried Lavender. This is a permanent color too. That's really good. That makes me think of you.
Mhm.
I think you need a cozy out of that.
I do.
Let's cast that on for you. Eloise, that's also a permanent color. So good.
Oh my god.
Branches.
Wait until you see this extra thing.
I'm gonna cry. Dusk. I didn't know there was an extra thing. Over Coffee.
Yes.
I can make
So
like a little
pretty.
coaster for my coffee. That's on theme. And Gathering. That is beautiful.
And here's the main.
Dye style just makes me cry. I love it. Last Christmas. Oh my god.
I just want to be the person who names yarn. Mine would all be dirty. Hers are
Ask
all
Lori if
cute.
you can get a collection.
Yes.
Like she'll dye under a pen name. These are so good. I think I said her favorite base is an 80-20. The full scan, of course, is 400 yards. The minis are 80 yards, I believe. These are 20 gram minis. 24 20 gram minis and a 100 gram.
Look at that.
Stop it. It says 2019 Stress Knits. It's a little ornament.
So, it's really cute. My wedding, my parents found a tree branch on the side of the road,
That's
a big
really
one,
good.
and they cut coasters out of it like that, and they hand burned me and Josh's name, and they drew
Beautiful.
a flower on the back and
That's
put the
so
date in a wood burner, and
I
it
love.
reminds me of that. It's really cute.
This is really good. I cannot wait to put up my Christmas tree this year.
Yeah.
So this is amazing.
Lindsey's the best.
I'm so excited to knit with all of it. I have no large project planned. I know I will not put them all into a blanket or something. They have to be a scrap. They have to be socks, like initially, and then I'm just gonna have so much fun. I love it so much.
It's so good. The bag is good. Everything. This little bag with just a stamp of a tree, perfection. This is a whole bag. I love it.
I'm gonna store them in that. I'm gonna wind them all up.
Yep.
I'm gonna take lots of pictures of them, then I'm gonna wind them all up and store them in that.
Love it. We're gonna just take a huge picture of just so much yarn on the floor.
I love it so much. And whenever we're done, I'm gonna wind this one up by hand and custom a cozy for Jen.
Yes.
And I have to mail it to you.
Yes. I may just have to come back.
Right.
So, I think that
Or I might just sin this game with you and let you make your own cozy.
Was that all of our acquisitions?
That's all of mine, yes.
So that was everything for the We Share Needles podcast
We are
today.
right on track with time. Look at us.
And so if you are feeling a little gypped because we're like 30, 45 minutes short on our episode, go over to Jen's channel, which will be linked below, and you will find our second video showing all of our finished objects and whips and knitting for the week. 2 weeks and a while.
Yeah. 2 weeks in a while.
Yes. So thank you guys for joining us for this, and we will see you over on Jen's channel in just a little bit. Yay!
Bye.
Bye! Bye! I'm stressed. Okay.
Don't be stressed.
I always get stressed. This is how I roll. Did you take my white cloth?
No, it's right there.
That one? Thank you. Let's not talk about it.
Okay. You ready?
Yes. Hold on, don't make me burp in the first take.
I already knit too far, so hold on.
Yeah, I gotta start another row.
I gotta take.
Tank.
I'm gonna switch to a vanilla sock instead of doing a heel.
You know how like some people don't like the word moist?
Yeah, that's me.
I don't like the word tank. I'm fine with moist.
You
Would
say
you
the
prefer
grossest stuff, but
wet?
you don't like the word tank.
Yeah.
What did you say earlier?
I don't know, ball sack?
Anyway.
Anyway, I'm sweaty.
I'm gonna take your pants off. That's all I
Yeah, we can't all be pantsless up here this close.
Nobody would know.
Nobody would know. How would they know? Okay, ready, steady.
Hi, friends.
Hi.
I'm Maddie.
That's going in. That's bloopers. Oh no, that's your heel. We'll start over in a second. Don't mind us. She's like, hi.
I'm Jennifer.
I'm Jennifer.
I'm here, bitches. Destashing Pearl. That's what my name is.
I feel like I look like Mulan.
You do.
Fighting mode. Why did I pick that one? Okay, no. Back to normal.
goodness.
Okay, we got our
Okay,
stitches. We got our fillings out.
Hold on to your needles.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on to your needles. This is gonna be a good one. Oh God. Okay. Okay.
I guess the problem was that she should have let go of her needle.
Oh.